How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of Supergirl. We're going to go spoiler-free on this.
Yep, second entry in the DCU.
Directed by Craig Gillespie.
Mm-hmm.
Pratik, what'd you think?
I wish it was better. That's what I think.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, I said in the car, I was like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Yep. It was one of those movies that I feel the bones of a better movie in there. Like, there's some ideas that aren't fleshed out quite enough. There's some scenes and some moments that are just a little too safe to be good. In many ways, and I'm sure this is one we'll probably talk a little bit more about. It almost feels like this is what happens when you have a director who is less talented than James Gunn, but trying to do James Gunn things. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's so like, it's so safe that it lets itself down in doing so.
It's funny because a lot of the, I guess, material in here is not safe stuff that they're playing with. They just paint it with, like, it's just padded. You're right. It does feel safe. I wish James Gunn was further away from this, honestly. I think that this could, not that like the Guardians movies or even like Superman doesn't have depth to it, but like, for God's sakes, the first act of this movie has what, 5 needle drops? 6 needle drops? By the end of the movie, there's like 10 needle drops, for God's sakes. What is going on?
Again, to me, it screams of someone who's trying to do James Gunn things without understanding why they work or why they're used the way they are.
We're going to get an open letter in Variety from the director. Like, James Gunn came in and he just made me do all this stuff. I had nothing but score going on. And he was just like, nah, 80s music, 90s music, cover of this song. I don't know. That drove me nuts. It felt like anytime like it had a chance to like get deep or emotional, like is it a spoiler to mention that there's like a child trafficking subplot in this? That's a subplot. Like, that should be the main plot. Like, I don't know, like, maybe not, but like that should carry some weight to it, and it's like barely addressed, you know?
See, and there's a lot of things like that. Like, this movie has a lot of, I would say this movie is trying to also be about like Supergirl's trauma without ever actually like,
no,
the fact that I'm saying that it's trying to be about that, like, should say everything, because I feel like there's enough to mine there where that should be able to be the heart and carry a movie, and they just never grab it the way they should.
I'm gonna attempt to bring some off-camera talk onto camera now. We were talking about. I mentioned how I think it was a mistake to introduce the character so drunken in not just in Superman, but to carry that over in the beginning of this movie for like the majority of the first, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. She's just drunk. And like, you're right. If they were going to delve into the trauma and why she feels this way, they don't really, like, they scratch the surface, but like with a feather. Like,
there's a scene or a line of dialogue towards maybe the end of the second act or beginning of the third act, something like that. But where a character tells Supergirl, like, oh, like, you're just always drunk.
Yeah.
And it's one where it's like, not really, like, that happened at the beginning, but they were a little, like, they're almost afraid to make that a thing, so they just let it go.
It kind of just feels like, they're afraid to offend how a lot of the world right now is kind of like sedating themselves, and they don't want you to think about yourself and your problems, so we're just not even going to touch on that. Yeah, she's drunk, but it's just fun. It's just fun. She's just having a good day. It's her birthday, guys. It's her birthday. She's having some trauma, but we're not even going to deal with that. Here's the most boring fight scene you've ever seen in your life. And by the way, we're going to cut away before. Did that piss you off? Like, there's like at least 2 fights in this where, Supergirl's about to kick some ass, and the camera cuts away, and you just see like the reflections of her doing, like, what was the budget of this movie? $5? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
I think that would have bothered me more if the few times we did get some fight sequences, they looked better, but they were all like too dark and too close and not really shot all that well.
Was this movie shot completely on green screen also? I can just see the line on the outline of everybody, every shot. Like, there's characters like crying, and I can't deal with the fact that the entire background and everything flying in the background just looks so fake. Like, was this whole movie shot on volume?
You know what? I'm gonna push back on that just a little bit.
There's some wide shots. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There's some wide shots.
No, and to this movie's credit, I thought that a lot of the wide shots, a lot of the landscape scenes, I thought they looked really good. Actually, when I was watching those scenes, I was like, oh, this is very obviously not the volume because it looks so much bigger.
But then it will cut to the volume within like the same like seconds, and it's I don't know.
It's a little uneven, but there's.
I'll tell you what, Pratik. What'd you like about this movie?
I really like Millie Alcock.
She's great.
I thought she was really good. I wish the movie had given her I wish they would have trusted her more. Because I thought when they kind of let her do her thing, when they let her emote, when they let her showcase some range, I thought it was really, really good. I wish we had more of her.
I'm trying to point to like a scene in particular.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know that there's like a specific scene I can point to, but I think it's just like she gives this character a lot of depth and emotion in a way that the script almost undercuts.
What do you think of the script overall? Like, let's start with the dialogue wise.
Yeah, I maybe could have used another pass or two.
It's not terrible.
Most
of the bad dialogue, I think, is coming from the villain, which we're talking about the stuff we hate. So let's wait. Let's wait on that.
Yeah.
You know, we both didn't really like the villain. There you go. That's fine.
Yeah. I have some notes, and I told you this when we were leaving the theater. This is also one of those movies where it could be whatever you want it to be in many if somebody came to me and was just like, I really loved it. All right, I see why you would.
100%.
Like, we both hate the villain. I imagine that a lot of people probably will, just because we've seen like. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to go into reasons. I'd imagine that a lot of people will. But if you came out of this and you were just like, I thought he was funny, like I really liked him, like, all right, I see it. I disagree, but I see it.
Was anything funny in it?
If I start going, this is one of those movies where, like, way back when we first started, like, being friends, and we do the thing where it's like we'd make the movie, like, we'd start from a movie, and we would just like be like, the better version of it is this, and the better version of it is this. Like, it's one of those movies where I can take this movie and I'd be like, all right, now this is how I improve this part and this part and this part and this.
The saddest part though is that I wouldn't necessarily bring in a lot of like outside like. I think with what they shot here, although it's not very long, this movie, but I think with what you shot here, if you just move some things around, and the editing was like the biggest downfall of this movie, honestly, the editing and the needle drops. That's whenever I think of Supergirl, I'm going to think of how it was poorly edited. I'm going to think of how the needle drops drove me insane and made me think, okay, James Gunn needs to just like chill. He needs to chill.
Two things we haven't talked about. What did you think about David Cornsweet in this?
Oh yeah, he was in this. To me, it felt like afterthought stuff.
Okay.
I liked him in it.
Yeah.
I almost wish that like I was watching a Superman movie instead, but like that was more so just because in Superman, the movie we just got, that felt deeper than this, and that wasn't even that deep. So
I thought every time he showed up, I was just like happy to see him. I was just like, oh, I want more of this.
Like, good, this world still exists.
Yeah.
Like that's good. Yeah. It grounds it in some sort of
I liked it. I'm ready to see more. What did you think about Jason Momoa as Lobo?
Ooh, I feel like this is a character that he's clearly wanted to play for a long time, and at first I was like, all right, what is this, just Beetlejuice buff in space? And yes, but he's kind of cool, he's kind of funny, and like he's got charm, he's got charisma. It's Jason Momoa. I don't think this is like the best role I've ever seen him in, but like. I definitely wasn't like, oh, get him off the screen. He was fine.
I liked it because I like Jason Momoa. I don't think the movie knew what to do with the character. I'm not entirely sold on whether he knows exactly how to play this character either, but I like him, and he has a certain amount of charisma. This
almost felt like he's going to be Lobo. Let's just put him in something so we can like, shadow box a little bit and like figure out the character so that his next, like we're probably going to get a Lobo movie or if this like, if the talk of the town was Lobo from this movie, we probably would have gotten a Lobo movie greenlit because why not?
This feels like they were letting him use this movie as like the dressing room for Lobo. Like, all right, try it on, see how it fits. Like
that being said, like I do like the idea of like Lobo and Kara,
Yeah.
as like a team. That's a fun idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you say so.
Their dynamic is good, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. And maybe it's because like, yeah, I don't know. I really didn't enjoy this movie too much. I wanna like talk about what I liked, and there's a good story in there. There's a good edit in there. I'd be interested to see a fan edit of this movie, or even like if there's a director's cut of this, sure. Like I'll hear it out. I'll see it out. But
Yeah. Probably not, because I think most of my problems were with the directing.
yeah, because I mean, who's editing? But yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to score it? Do you have anything else you want to say?
The post-credit scene was great.
There is no post-credit scene.
I joked kind of that I'm out on the DCU, but I just think that I liked Superman, and this kind of soured my whole like experience of this universe. It kind of colored it with this like shallowness that I didn't want to see it, if that makes sense. Like it was. I can't even say it was fun, because it was also really boring for a lot. Like this movie's only like an hour and 40 minutes, and I was like waiting for scenes to end. Like the Krypton stuff was cool.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I really like that.
Was cool.
Yeah.
Kind of Dune-esque in a way, which I know you love Dune, so that worked out. I am waffling between. I think it's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, which is maybe this isn't what we just reviewed. This isn't Toy Story, okay? I can look for some depth in this, and if there's not depth in this, I can be disappointed by that. All right, I'm sorry for being way too critical, and someone's gonna be in the comments like, oh man, what are you expecting? Just enjoy the laser beams coming out of the person's eyes and the fights and the pew pew. But like, come on, guys, like 5 years ago we used to get like deep stuff in these comic book movies, and now it's like we don't anymore, and we just have to accept it. It's, I don't know, man. Like, give us something good, please.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna give it a 6 as well.
Okay.
It might.
It's the first time we've agreed all year.
Maybe. It's just, it's too safe. It's like, it's not offensive. It's just, it's like, I don't know. It's like watching somebody run and you can tell that they have more in them. They're just not using it. It's too safe. It doesn't do anything like offensively bad, but it's not operating at its full potential.
It's like doing just enough to hold itself up as a movie. Like, I don't know. I said this about another movie, but like it's aggressively okay. I don't remember what movie we reviewed, but I said it's like aggressively okay. This movie is like seriously, like, not offensively, but aggressively okay. It's aggressively mediocre and decent. Like, I don't know.
It's almost trying to keep itself there. It's trying to be non-offensive,
which is strange considering, like, I don't know. Everyone loves the book that this is based on, and there's clearly, I can see why. There's some stuff in here. Just I don't know.
All right. Well, that's all we've got there.
Yeah. Hopefully Spider-Man will come here soon and save our comic book
3
movies.
weeks from now.
All right, we've got what, the Odyssey next week? Something.
I don't think it's that either, but I don't know. We've got something.
We'll review this again. Hopefully we like it.
We won't.
See you guys.